Alright folks, welcome to another episode of Saturday Night Slice. But before I get into that, beer time, just come back in from work. Went to Bargain Booze, which is slowly becoming an ironic name. And I bought a 4-pack. I know it's only Monday, but the weather's nice. Gonna have a pizza. So I thought, what the heck? And I can get a review out of this as well. I'm not sure how that is pronounced, but it's Spanish. I think it's like one of those ones you'll see everywhere when you go to Spain on holiday. But today, we're going to be having a look at the Goodfellas Stonebacked Fin inspired Italian hot, baked on Italian stone for a crispy base. Here at Goodfellas, we are passionate about pizza, from the dough that's been rested then baked on Italian stone for a crispy base to our signature tomato sauces. Our pizzas are immediately frozen to lock in that great taste. This delicious Italian-inspired hot pizza is no exception. Italian-American style pizza from the Goodfellas family, made with respect. Welcome to the neighbourhood. Established 1993. Didn't realise how young the company Goodfellas was, and it's Godmother approved. The Godmother is the guardian of Goodfellas heritage, quality and great taste. She has an appetite for success and values the important things in life: family, friends and Goodfellas pizza. If the pizza doesn't meet her approval, it doesn't see the light of day. Always made with respect. So this is from Iceland, although you can get Goodfellas in every supermarket. I think it's part of like one of Iceland's 2 for like £3.50. The other pizza was the ristorante, but yeah, they have quite a nice range and different price brackets, blah, 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 blah. So let's get it open, see what it looks like. Little bits have already fallen off. Little bits of red, either pepper or chili, I'm not too sure. So that's what it looks like. A little bit sparse. Can never get this thing to focus. There we go. A little bit sparse with its pepperoni. Although it should have little pieces of ham. Yeah, it's got a little piece of ham in there as well. Actually, now with all the ham and stuff, it's not as sparse as I once assumed it was. Can't really be bothered to readjust it, so we're just going to throw it straight into the oven. And when we come back, we'll see what the pizza's like. So there it is. Doesn't look too shabby. You got a little bit of a close-up on it anyway, so need to sort this focus out. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad actually. I probably could have spread out the toppings a little bit better, but hey ho, it is what it is. So we'll try little bits individually. So I'm not sure if there's like bacon, ham and pepperoni. Let's see what it says in the ingredients. So smoke flavoured reformed ham, 8%. Smoked pepperoni, 5%. There's Roquito peppers, 4%. So I think it is just pepperoni and ham. So we'll try a little bit of the ham first. No, that's coming up with the cheese. There we go. See if we can. No, it's too busy focusing on my beautiful face. It's not bad. Got a little bit of cheese on that one. Cheese isn't too bad either. But the ham's not like screaming out with flavour, but very serviceable. And then we'll have a little bit of pepperoni on its own. Get a proper piece there. So that's the pepperoni. It's a little bit of a smokiness to it. Not really any spice. I don't know if that's if the pepperoni or the ham impart any spicy flavours. But not bad. And then we'll try a little bit of pepper. It's a little bit of kick on the back end that builds up. Quite a satisfying kick, actually. And I'd say that's really probably where you're going to get most of the actual flavour from. Let's dip our finger into the sauce. That's a close-up. There we go. It's got that sort of, like not as sharp, but reminds me of, what's it called now? Like tomato paste. But those flavours have worked nicely as I've tried each piece or each individual ingredient. So let's see what we get when we have, is there a pepper on there? We shall put a pepper on there. In fact, put a couple on. I don't know, I can't decide whether it could do with a bit more toppings on, or if I think it's just the right amount, a sensible amount of toppings. Anyway, the base is crisped up nicely. If you could see it, there we go. Let's give it the scratch test. I'm not going to sniff it though. It's not that sort of video. Yeah, the crust on the edge, yeah, nice and firm. Took a little bit of going to get that snapped. Let's see what it tastes like. Do you know what? It's not bad. I think in general, it could do with a little bit more seasoning. I would say that the biggest thing you're getting is that tang from the peppers. It's not ridiculously spicy by any stretch, just a little bit of a tingle. Hits the back of your throat slightly. Satisfying crunch on the crust. Really nice to dip. Got some cheap garlic mayo, has to be done. Do you know what? You're going to get many more flavoursome pizzas. That being said, it works nicely. It's a satisfying pizza. Perfect for watching the football, have a couple of beers. The heat is building up nicely, but again, not too much. Although I could imagine some people might find it a little bit too spicy. And as someone who's a wimp when it comes to spice, that's the sort of satisfying spiciness you get, because the peppers actually have a really nice, like almost zesty flavour to them. And then that residual heat that builds up. It's a 1 chili rating. But then again, a lot of stuff in the supermarket, it could be 2 or 3. And it's never really that spicy because it's for, you know, the masses. But you know what? I think this is like in a 2 for £3.50 sort of deal. If you've got a couple of them, have a couple of beers. But then again, every pizza goes well with beers. Every pizza goes well with film. Every pizza goes well with football. Or whatever sport. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be in the style of, you know, like an American bar style pizza. But it's got a nice satisfying crispy base. Tomato sauce, a little bit like tomato puree. Ham and pepperoni, I've had much better, to be honest. There's a satisfyingly fake texture to the little shreds of ham. Let's get a proper piece of pepperoni on its own. Very gentle smoky flavour. A little bit of a like bell pepper, maybe a hint of cayenne, but a very subtle hint of cayenne. The smokiness is a little bit more on the back end if you were to eat the pepperoni individually. Maybe you like to take it off your pizza and then just eat the rest as it is. I think the more I'm eating it, and I've only had one slice, it's very satisfying aftertaste. Almost has a slight chipotle flavour on the back end. But I'd get this again, definitely. But there'd be about 2 or 3 other pizzas that would be available at the time that I would probably get before it. But do you know what? For a brand like Goodfellas, mind you, is Goodfellas a bad brand? I don't know. It's been a while since I've had anything from like Goodfellas, Chicago Town, those sorts of brands. I think the supermarkets are doing a great job with their home brand pizzas. Then pay a little bit more for something slightly, well, you're paying for a brand a lot of the time, aren't you? But yeah, I'd still rather pay a couple of quid for that than pay 10 quid from a crappy pizzeria where there's unfortunately quite a lot nearby, but everyone's got crappy pizzerias. Got one of the best pizzerias in the Northwest, just a stone's throw away. Still not done a review. So we'll do that at some point. But yeah, I think that's very satisfying. Nothing amazing, but I've had much worse and spent more money on it. So yeah, that was the Goodfellas Stonebacked Fin inspired Italian hot. Give it a go. I think a sensible amount of toppings. You could go overboard, but maybe just a little bit more seasoning on the toppings and maybe a little bit more effort put into the tomato sauce itself, because it just tastes like you've got tomato puree and squeezed it on, which that's a good, tomato sauce if you're making your own pizza. I'm not gonna criticize it for that. But yeah, satisfying. So if you've tried this or anything else from Goodfellas, then let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. I've got quite a playlist now. I'm hoping to do these a little bit more regularly. Any recommendations? What's some of your favourite supermarket pizzas or whatever? In the comments down below. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this. Crack open another bottle of Spanish beer. Watch some YouTube, even though I'm doing it on the Xbox and the Xbox One controller's broken. Won't charge anymore. Luckily, the TV recognises that it's an Xbox, so I can use the remote control to operate the Xbox, aside from play games, because that would just be ludicrous. So yeah, it set me up for the evening, and if you're in your local Iceland, definitely give it a go, or wherever you see this pizza. 3 to 4 quid is probably what I'd spend most on that. Maybe 2 to 3 quid actually, but as I said, Iceland always do deals, so make the most of them. Stock up on cheap pizzas, because there's a lot of good pizzas in the supermarkets now, and that's good enough for me as someone who you can clearly see likes to have pizza. Anyway, I've waffled on for way too long. I'm recording this in 4K for #no reason, so it's going to take ages to edit and then upload, but you're all worth it. And I'm very much looking forward to having a bit of a dip in the garlic mayo as well. Crucials, what a brand of sauces. Anyway, cheers for watching. You all take care, stay safe, and I shall hopefully see you next time. Bye.